once again to the Drum Mission Drum Laboratory. And today we're talking about my variation, a couple of my variations of the Gadd Flutterlick, and as well as the Gadd Flutterlick. And I'm going to close this little bit out where I do the Gadd Flutterlick, or my version of it, in a Settuplet form, right? And my process of how I got there. You may, just to get the elephant out of the room here, in case you noticed something weird with my eye, I had a crazy allergy attack last week. It's a long story. I played a crazy gig in a field. Next morning I wake up, blah! Okay, whatever. I'm an old guy. But on this channel, we leave all the blips and the blops and the bloops and the bleeps. We're human here.
Stand, Jim.
Alright, so the first question you might have is, alright, what is the Gadd Flutterlick? A lot of you might know it already, but I'm going to demonstrate the Gadd Flutterlick. If you want to hear Gadd do it, the best place is a song by Ricky Lee Jones called Chuck E's in Love. Chuck E, capital E's, in Love. And it's a, depending how you're counting it, a 32nd note or a 16th note fill that he uses to bring the band back in. Gadd uses it. And it's like this. Now remember, again, on this channel, I'm lefty. You might be righty, so rather than saying left and right, I'm going to say kick, snare, that kind of thing. And I'm going to notate it with 1 E into 2 E into 3. I count this as 16th notes. Some people count them as 32nds. I don't like to count 32nd notes when I'm trying to teach or learn something. I like 16th notes better. So here we go. It is kick, snare, snare, hat, hat, snare, snare, kick, rim shot, or not. You don't have to do a rim shot. Alright, so let me put the counting to it. 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3, 4. 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3, 4. 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3, 4. 1 E and up, 2 E and up, 3. Alright, pretty cool. Let me give you a little more speed to it so you can hear the way Gadd does it. So the first time, very cool, right? Very cool. So the first time I started working with that was 15, 20 years ago. And my process, which, you know, Weckel talks about this kind of thing, and Caliuta has talked about this kind of thing, and Billy Cobham and Dennis Chambers, and I, not that I'm anybody, but I do the same thing. I started thinking about what I wanted to do with it. So my next thought was, suppose I did this successively, or, you know, continuously, or like the men say, daisy chain.
You don't believe your men grunt, do you? Give him a steak, honey. Is that good?
Alright, so watch. Now it would be kick, snare, snare, hat, hat, snare, snare, kick, backbeat, snare, snare, hat, hat, snare, snare, kick, kick. Oh, it sounds kind of confusing. Let me do it kind of slow, back to back, and show you. And I'll count it. A little more speed to it. To like doing ghost notes, traditional grip, when I'm doing these kind of things and demonstrating them. And matter of fact, if I'm doing a lot of Purdy shuffle kind of stuff, I'll probably end up playing that traditional if I'm on a gig. I don't do it as much match unless I need a lot of rim shots on the song. Okay, I just like it. I think you get better. For me, I get better ghost notes doing a traditional grip. Okay, so there you go. It sounds pretty cool. Immediately, I liked the double hit on the kick. Right after those snare double, you know, ga boom boom. I like that. I just had a good feeling, and it's very kind of linear fill, and I kind of like that. So my next thought, way back then, and this is how I came up with the first variation, was, oh, suppose I did that as a paradiddle diddle, and I just did maybe triplets. Triplets. So here you go. Here's the paradiddle. If you don't know the paradiddle diddle, it is left, right, left, left, right, right. If you're right-handed, it is right, left, left, left. Either way. That's 6 notes. That's a triplet. So, watch. Hat. Now I put my bass drum and my hat together. Hat, snare, hat, hat, snare, snare. A little more speed. Ah, now that's a triplet groove. That sounded kind of cool, and I could hear myself. A lot of the Stevie Wonder stuff that I end up doing is very hip-hoppy, very triplety. Although I could throw that stuff in there somewhere, but then I thought, but it doesn't have that linear feeling. So how would I get that? And then I thought, well, maybe if I took that last snare out, I'd have that double hit with the bass drum if I exchange it. And this is what I mean. You're talking now, these two together, and then snare, hat, hat, snare, kick. Kick, hat. Watch. I messed up once or twice in there, but I just did the sticking a little bit different. But you can hear that sounds pretty good. Now that sounds like a triplet, and I've got that double kick. Woohoo! Woohoo! And then I started thinking, well, so I liked that double snare thing, and I didn't have that anymore. I didn't have that. Now I had just singles on the snare. So I thought, what happened if I would add that double? So now I would have snare, hat, hat, snare, snare, kick, backbeat. Ah, but that's 7 notes. But here's the beauty, guys, and here we are. The Gadd Flutterlick in septuplets, set tuplets. I'm going to first demonstrate it for you, and then I'm going to put it in a groove, and then I'm going to see you next week. I got a good one, another Gadd thing coming up next week, and then we're going to New York. Listen. Again. I got it notated. Let's put them together. Oh, but Glenn, septuplets, wouldn't that mess everything up? No. No. Watch when I put this in a groove. Not at all. Not at all. That is cool as hell.
Very interesting.
And let me tell you, I have done this under people like Tasha Owens, Lady Sunshine. I have done this septuplet thing, and nobody notices that I'm doing septuplet because it sounds like triplets. And this is my process, which I stole from a million other guys. This could be your process. Come up with your own stuff. Steal mine. That's fine. I'm going to take you out with this. I'm going to close with this. Here we go. Watch, starting with the groove. See you on the next one.